Anybody in? Well, it has been a long time. It has been forever. Hello, hello, everyone. I've missed you too. I've missed you all. Hello. Long time since last saw you. So glad to see you back. Oh, it has been a whirlwind, my friends. It's, as you know, my attacker got out of prison and, well, I had to go into hiding for a while. And, oh, I'm just so glad to be back, and I'm so glad I can make it back before Donna's hearing. It's been a long time. Oh. I have been following what's going on. I have been paying attention. A bit, though. I had to be off social media completely. And yeah, holy Moses. She wrote to me again. I have not wrote back to her. Hey, LJ. Thank you. It's been a long time, guys. I would say I can't even remember my last live. It's been a long time. Hey, Leah. Been wondering about you. Have been missing you a lot. Glad you're back. Yes, been hoping you would be back for the big trial. Do you know what really makes me mad? And I'm not going to go into politics. We're going to stay right away from that because it's a really touchy subject. What really makes me mad is I wanted to be down there for the trial. I wanted to do it, but I can't. I'd probably end up in somewhere I don't want to. But that being said, I'm not talking politics. Just Donna. I was like, really wanted to be there. But guess it's a good thing I can't be there because I probably would get myself in trouble in there. We all know how I just say things that probably shouldn't be said. I promise we will get back to seeing me on here instead of this talking coffee cup. I'm just easing myself back into it. Oh, so what does everybody think about Wendy's motion today? I'm pretty sure, if I can remember, she did the exact same motion for Charlie's trial, that she wouldn't testify for the defense because they can't offer her what the state can offer her. Am I correct? Do I remember that correctly? Oh, LJ, thank you, my friend. I have to. I'm sorry. It's nothing against all Americans. It truly isn't. But I have to stand up for my country, and that's just what it is. But again, I did do a live on here. Leah, I think you came on. I did do one and I was angry. I went off and I'm just going to stay away from that because it's not a good sign. But I am so glad to be back on here. And like I said, so my plan, guys, is there's so many YouTubers right now streaming the trial from and because I'm working, I'm going to do the night stream. I'm going to do a night stream and do what we always used to do, right? Talk through it. And we can cut out the sidebars, we can cut out the breaks, we can cut out that, and we can enjoy the community discussing what we heard. So I'm going to do a night stream on it because, like I said, there's so many. So I cannot believe how many people have jumped on the Adelson trial. I agree, LJ. I agree. It's a tough go. But so I'm planning to do, well, now I'm a different time zone. So around 8 o'clock, I'll be coming on at night and we'll go through it if not sooner. But I'm hoping to do 8 o'clock my time. And we'll just go through the trial night by night. And discuss like we always used to. It's so weird being back here. It's almost like I've missed my family. That's what it feels like. I've missed my family. But how has everybody been? Leah, how have you been? LJ, how have you been? Chris, how have you been? I'm that bish. I love your name. I still love your name. How have you been? I'm so glad that we have this trial because it really is going to take us away from all the other craziness that's going on out there. We can just focus on Donna. Yeah, it was not good, but what is happening there is even worse. Yeah. We can just focus on Donna. I laughed her. The last email I got from her was just before she was being transferred to Wakulla. And it was so out there. Oh my God. It was the most disgusting thing I ever read in my life. And I just gave up. I was not even going to correspond with her anymore. I said, no, this woman is more than wackadoodle and more than cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Seriously. I don't think I've ever met someone so delusional. Well, I didn't meet her, but spoke to someone so delusional in my life as Donna Sue Adelson. And I've heard other podcasters and other YouTubers say, there's no way she thinks that she can get off and all of this, or she truly does. And I don't think it's wishful thinking. I don't think it's any of that. Donna truly thinks she's innocent. In her brain, she thinks she's innocent. That's how delusional this woman is. She thinks by winning this case, she can get Charlie off and she can save the rest of her family. That is exactly what she thinks. Hello, Beach Bum. How are you? LJ says, I need a distraction of Donna's trial and we all want justice. Absolutely. Justice for Dan. Oh my goodness. It breaks my heart that Phil and Ruth and Shelley are going through this again. And I saw a picture of the boys, and oh my goodness, like they're so big. They're so big. It's good to see you back. I'm glad to be back, and it's great to see you, Beach Bum. It's great to see you all. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness. So what happened is he got out of prison, unfortunately for me. And I was asked to stay off all social media and all of that for a while. And I went into an absolute, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I won't lie. I went into an absolute depression. I hid in my house. I wouldn't leave my house. I would order my groceries. I would even order my Tim Hortons so I didn't have to leave my house. And then my son said, enough's enough. And I went to live with him and started doing some TikTok where I didn't show my face. Nobody knew, and I did some tours around Ottawa. And now I'm here. So I'm so glad to be back. I hate that we're talking about the Adelsons. I hate that we're talking about the Adelsons, but I'm so glad her trial is here and it's finally going to happen. And we're going to watch her squirm in her seat. Hey, Jen Ben. I'm so happy you're back. We've missed you. I've missed you guys. Honestly, I have. This was my outlet for the Adelsons. And it got so toxic. YouTube got so toxic for a while that it was actually too much. And then when everything else, I was just like, okay, I need to step away. I need to work on myself for a bit and make sure I'm safe. And then here we are. We're all back. I don't wish what I went through on anyone, but I'm just glad that it's over as it can be. Leah says, "Oh my God, I've been struggling with family losses. A month ago, my ex-husband passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. That's been very hard to see my boys so sad, and they were by his side for a good month. I'm sorry for your boy's loss. It hit you harder. Well, of course. You loved the man at once, and he gave you your children. So of course it was going to hit you hard. They may be an ex, but we still had love for them at one point, right? We still had love for our exes at one point. They still left their mark. We're not like a Wendy, right? Where we just off our exes. Oh, guys, can I say I'm still wishful thinking for that witch to testify and for Sanford to be outside waiting to put bracelets on her? Can I still say that's a big wish on my part? Does anybody think that's going to happen? Or let's be honest here. Do we think that Donna or Wendy will get arrested, or she's just not going to get arrested at all? That she's going to be free as a bird? Because I think I don't know if I think she's going to get arrested, or I think that she's just going to, or I'm just wishful thinking. I can't decipher anymore with Wendy. And here's a question I do have for you guys, because I have not looked it up yet, and I should see. Has Charlie been transferred to, let me see here. Has Charlie been transferred to Leon County? Does anybody know? And everyone's silent in chat. Okay, let me see if I can find out if Charlie has been. Leah, I love talking about the Adelsons too. It's been so long. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Isn't it funny how you would do something? I would do it every night, right? Every single night I was doing this. And now I'm like, oh, what was it I have to do here? Let's look up Adelson. The transfer file would be under Donna's court number if he was transferred. So let's check Donna. Oh, we gotta do criminal. I haven't been seeing much about Charlie online lately. No, and I haven't seen anything about Charlie either. Now, I know that today Tim Jansen said Charlie will not testify, but she is in Leon County. She got transferred there today, this morning, from Wakulla. Hey, why? How are you? Yeah, she got transferred from Wakulla this morning. I'm just gonna look up in her file here to see if there's a transfer. A transfer. And Luis got transferred. So Luis is there. I haven't heard anything about Katie. I haven't heard if she's got transferred or not. But I don't know if there'd be if Katie would have much. I don't know if Katie has anything on. Leah, I didn't get the dress. It never came. It was coming from the States and it never came to me. I never got it. I wish I would wear it. You know I would. But no, it never got here. Okay, let me scroll all the way down. See if I can find any transfers. Okay, so her booking, motion to suppress, defendant's motion to suppress. Oh. I don't see any transfers. Katie would probably be in Wakulla to be closer. Her and Donna not likely to be in same jail in Leon. Well, no, when her first trial, when she was supposed to have a trial, Charlie was in Leon, and Lewis was in Leon. I don't know if Katie. I don't think Katie ever was brought. I just don't think Katie was ever brought. I'm just trying to find any. Because I know for Charlie's, well, and for Donna's first one before it got canceled, they had the transfer list up. But I don't see any transfer lists for. Interesting. But Beach Bum, do you think that there is anything that Katie could actually add for Donna's trial? I don't think she has anything on Donna, to be honest. And I really don't think Georgia wants to put up with Katie anymore. I wouldn't. So. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, what did I just do? I don't think that there's anything for Katie to give. Yeah, she did say, but she also said that she wasn't there, right? When Donna brought the money. When Donna and Harvey brought the money. But yeah, she could testify to that because Charlie told her that his parents just dropped. And Donna signed her checks, yes. But do they need Katie to say that Donna signed her checks? They would have proof of that, wouldn't they? As far as I know, Harvey's going to be there. Remember the other day for her last pretrial, her lawyers want 2 front rows behind her for people. How funny that is, right? Nobody was there for Charlie. Not one person. Even his own sister didn't sit on his side. His own sister sat on the state side. But Donna's going to have 2 rows of people. Come on. Hey, Paul. How are you, my friend? Harvey and 2 rows of family and friends, right? I would want to know how much Harvey paid for them to be at the trial. Sorry, I would. What about Rob? I can't wait for him to testify. Am I the only one excited for Rob to testify? I'm waiting. I really want to know if Charlie's going to be there. Now, I would say no to Charlie. For the fact is, he's still got his appeal. Yeah, exactly. That'll be money. Do you not think that Harvey would have to pay people to sit there and pretend that they are supportive? I think so. Hey, Tron Tina, but I know it's Toronto. Your name's Tina from Toronto. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I'm very glad to be back. Oh, I am ready. The thing that makes me mad if Charlie doesn't testify, the how it would look to have all three of your children testifying while you're a defendant. Oh, that's going to be a showstopper when Rob testifies. Gonna be a showstopper. And have we heard of, oh my goodness, I'm so bad with her name, Wendy's friend? She was deposed. Ex-friend. Pardon me, ex-friend. She was supposed to be, I gotta see if I can find the witness list. State's amended witness list. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm going to see if I can bring up the witness list because Sarah Youssef. Thank you, Paul. Has anybody heard if she's actually going to testify? Because that's going to be a good one, too. Yeah, Paul is right. Sarah Youssef. Thank you. Thank you. Leah says, Paul, she's not being called. But I thought she had. Oh, I just as your comment popped up. Why? That's exactly what was going through my head. They're saving her. Yeah, they're saving her for Wendy. Oh, that would be brilliant. Leah says they'll be testifying against Donna. Be music to my ears. I'm going to love every minute of it. I think I may enjoy this trial more than I enjoyed Charlie's. Am I the only one? Because we do know a lot of the evidence, right? We already know a lot of the evidence. Is there new evidence that is just going to make our jaws drop? I don't know. You're right, why? It's heating up, getting closer to Wendy's arrest. Oh, from whatever higher being, I don't care, what religion, I don't care. Please hear our prayers. And as soon as she's done testifying, Sanford is outside the door waiting to put handcuffs on her. Leah says, Rochelle, did you see Donna's special paddy wagon ride to her new jail hotel? Is that the one when she went to Wakulla? Or when she was being transferred from Miami to Leon County? LJ, 100%. Charlie's involvement was to please his mother. Donna is evil. Yep. He wanted to be the special one. He wanted to be the favorite. Just like he said when he was on stand. Well, I would like to think it was a tie. That's why he called her so many times in a day. He wanted to be number one. New investigation would be really good. Tried paying an informant, money exchange via Harvey, hits put out, etc., etc. I agree. Why? Do you think we might hear a little bit more of the so-called first time up? Is that more linked to Wendy, or is that the failed hit? And that's when Charlie stepped in and said, I'll find someone. Wendy played them like marionettes. Absolutely. She's the master. I know people will say that it's Donna's the mastermind. I think Wendy's the mastermind, but allowing her mother to think she is. I think she's more evil and more manipulative than Donna. That's just my opinion. Remember, Sigfredo had mentioned that he went to pick up the money, and there was a river or like a little stream, and he got wet when they walked around. That was early on that was said. LJ, totally agree. Yeah, she's good at manipulation, and she was good at making sure everyone was doing her dirty work, but making them believe it was their idea. And then as soon as she got pulled in to the police station, out came the bus, and she went over them like speed bumps. She got Donna all riled up on the phone, and Donna replied in those emails. She set her mom up. Yeah, I guarantee you're right. Why? Because unless there is a paper trail that we don't know that George has been sitting on, I would guarantee that everything Wendy did was over the phone or in person. Never put nothing in writing. Donna's trial will be trying to find the words enjoyable, fascinating, interesting, and quite possibly the trial of the year. I'm looking so forward to this. So am I, Leah. Wendy is ruthless psychopath. Absolutely agree. She lit the fuse and stood well back. Yep. And I agree with you. Why? If there is stuff from Wendy in writing, then George has been holding on that with freaking lock and key. And it hasn't got out to nowhere. But I would say it's very far. It would be very few little tidbits that she would have, because I don't see Wendy's clever. And you wouldn't be that surprised if Georgia had all that. I wouldn't. Because I was watching yesterday, I was watching Wendy on the stand. And you can just see moments where Georgia wants to go, but she pulls herself back. And she doesn't. And it makes you mad kind of when you're watching it. Because you're like, oh, come on, ask that question. And she won't. And it's like she knows the answer, but she wants to save it. And it's like, oh. Georgia waits to bring up evidence, but with the immunity, she's waiting. I agree. She wants to bring up. I absolutely agree with that. Why? Because you can see her pull herself back from asking any further or going any deeper. And it's like, oh my God, just arrest her now. And we all heard the hot mic. Wendy, 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 it's all because of you. Okay, Wendy, 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 it's all about you. Exactly. And okay, so here's another question I have, because I've heard a different bunch of YouTubers talk about it. Is Georgia gonna cross Donna? Or is it gonna be Sarah? Wendy's nervous, I would think. Is that who you're talking about? Why Wendy? I want Georgia to cross Donna. Yeah, Paul, you're saying Georgia too? Yeah. But they're saying that it'll look bad if Georgia does crosses Donna, because the jury might think, oh, you're being mean to this little old lady, and Sarah would be sweeter. And I'm like, there's no way Georgia has got Donna Adelson on the stand and isn't going to be the one. Like, the Patty wagon ride when she left the jail that she hated. She was having convulsions. Oh yeah, when she was going to Miami, yeah, I saw, or from Miami to Tallahassee, I saw that, and they had to pull over and Xanax. Yep. Leah, you're saying Georgia too. Why says Xanax? Oh, everybody needs Xanax when it comes to the freaking Adelsons. I just can't see Georgia not taking that moment, guys. I really can't. I'm just seeing if, and a lot of other things, no doubt. Oh, guaranteed. Do you know she wrote me about the incident in the shower? And then it was so funny because that was the last time I didn't correspond after that. But it was so funny. I got that one, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking, or she's in court about the shower and abuse and all this, and I'm like, you're a effing liar. And I was yelling at my TV saying, seriously, you're an effing liar, because you literally wrote to me stating that you don't go into the shower unless everyone's asleep. You wake up extremely early in the morning. You're always the first one into the shower, and people are still asleep when you get out. Her words. And then she's going on about, oh, how she got touched and Nova. You're an effing liar, Donna Adelson. You're an effing liar. Paul says Sarah's good with analytics. Georgia is good with emotional witnesses. Donna's a frail old lady. Mask will slip. Oh, she's gonna slip. Wendy filed a motion to squash the defense subpoena. Yeah. But why did, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she did that also for Charlie's trial, because they couldn't offer her the same thing the state could. Because I remember Rashbaum standing up saying something about that they would uh, withdraw the subpoena because he didn't have the same ability just to give her. She doesn't want to testify for her mom because she won't have immunity during that testimony. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure she did the same thing in Charlie's trial. I heard something about that earlier. Yeah. I think when the jury hears those emails and jail calls with Charlie, especially the one that dropped and she went on and on exposing her plan, they won't see her as a little old frail lady. I think the moment she takes that stand, because she's going to think just like Charlie did, right? Where he was condescending to Georgia. She's going to do the same thing. She's going to be condescending to Georgia too. And I'm sorry, Georgia won that whole cross right in the first sentence. Doctor, is it? Can I call you doctor? She made him put himself on a pedestal. It was great. I was like, she's won it right there. She took away him being an average person to making him bloat his ego. She did a wonderful job right in the first sentence. I'm going to see if I can find that about, because I'm pretty sure Rashbaum stood there and said he can't offer her the same thing. Oh, isn't it why? The life that they all had. Now, Charlie's, I guess, was quite shady. It sounds like it. But they had a beautiful life. Like, what more could they have wanted, honestly? And they threw it all away because they didn't, because of Wendy? Like, Jesus, all the shit will come out in the laundry 5 days, well, maybe 7 or 8 days, including jury selection. It was a house of cards built on cheating and lying and being derelicts. Yep. But honestly, like, Donna, do you think Donna wanted to relive her life through Wendy? Because I just trying to, because I get it that Wendy, and I believe that Wendy was the manipulator, right? The one to start all of this. Do you think she wanted to relive her life through Wendy, or she wanted to relive raising her two boys? Do you know what I mean? Like Rob and Charlie. Were the boys replacing Rob and Charlie in Donna's eyes? Psychotic. What are the defense going to do for 4 to 6 days? I know. I couldn't believe that they said they wanted, I believe it was what, 6 days for their case? Like, I understand Georgia saying six, but the defense saying they needed 6 days when the only person. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this screen because I always want to go over this with you guys. This one? No, this one. Oh, here it is. Just going to take myself out for a minute. Oh, maybe not. I was hoping you could still hear me if I did that, but I guess not. Okay, so this is the state's amended witness list. This was July 21st. So this is the latest one that they had. And they don't have another one. So Charlie is still on this list. TPD, Sherry Bennett. Sergeant Sherry Bennett. I'll make this bigger so everybody can see here. So Rob Adelson, Wendy Adelson, Sherry Bennett, TPD, so Tallahassee Police Department. Bill Brennan, Tallahassee Police Department. FBI. I wonder what Ryan Fitzpatrick is on the list. Oh, Ryan, you naughty, naughty boy. You are a naughty boy. But we still love you, Ryan. Yes, I agree, Paul. Charlie is on the list as a rebuttal in case Donna tries to invent a new defense. And that was what he was supposed to be the first time around. He was only going to be a rebuttal witness, was he not? And all that came and happened. Sigfredo Garcia is on the list? No. Do we know if he's been subpoenaed? Wow. Mr. Geiger, okay. Sharon Geiger, his wife? She didn't testify the first go around. Hale, I didn't like him. Isom, Erica Johnson, okay. Tara Kawas. Tara Kawas, is she going to be there, do we think? Because the only thing I could think Tara Kawas could talk about is them reaching out saying they would pay for. Does anybody know? Yeah, I agree. Do you know, Paul? This is what I think. I think that he's on all the lists, and I would love for him to show up. But I think the one and only time he will actually come in and testify is when he's testifying against Wendy. Only because I don't know if you were here for when I was doing that. The look that he gave her when she walked by at his trial. That was an incredible look. Yeah. I think that he will testify at Wendy's trial. Oh, let's see. Catherine May Benewell, she's on the list. Oh, Catherine's brother's on the list this time too. Jeffrey Lacoste. Is it true? He ignored her actually. Brock, you really need to watch that because he didn't move his head, but he followed her out with his eyes. We all watched it. It was incredible. And I'm like, he's got something on her. He really hates Charlie. He followed her with his eyes. His head didn't move, but his eyes watched her go all the way out. Oh, he really does hate Charlie. Again, absolutely. But I think he's waiting for her. Who knows if what they started saying in the like, the rumor mill and stuff like that she actually tried it first of all to get it done and it failed and they were out money. So, but yeah, you're right. She's not on the list no more. Well, there's going to be a lot more police this time, like FBI. Wait, how come I don't see he really I'm gonna look at it here, why, and check and see if it's up here. Wendy definitely knew. We know that from the text messages from the morning of the murder. Absolutely, Brock. Absolutely. Guaranteed. And she literally did slip on the stand too when she said just give me a second. She was talking about calling Charlie to ask, or to, she said to tell. She went to say tell and then said ask if it'd be worth fixing. But prior to that statement, she had said that she talked with the TV guy and he said it wouldn't be worth fixing. But when she went to say tell and corrected herself quickly. Hi, Bruce. How are you? Oh, yeah. It's a given. She was the front line, right? She was the one to let them know, get the money to Charlie. It's done. She was the one. So let me just see here. Stop sharing this. I'm just going to see if I can find the defense witness list. Because that was. It's got to be in here somewhere. That's the state's amended witness list. Geez, the state's amended their witness list 3 times. Why? So she slipped up in the interview too, and she said she went down Monroe. Yep. Because Monroe was where they stayed, right? That was the hotel. And where I just don't believe the random meetup with some random guy that booked the hotel for them, that got them the hotel. I just don't. I think there's going to be proof there that that is not factual. Jeez, I think her file is longer than Charlie's was. And that's before. Let me check this witness list, see whose it is. No, that's the first witness list for the states. Yeah, she slipped up many a times, but and that's what I said when I was watching it. It's like, oh, go after her, Georgia, but you just know Georgia's holding all those cards right tight to her chest, and she is not letting that loose. Where is the defense witness list? It's nice to see, though, like I said, there's been a lot more YouTubers um jumping on and following this case, and it's really nice to see, because the more people that get angry at Wendy, the better. And how many people think that they're actually going to achieve their venue transfer? They're going to try their damnedest to make it out that they can't get a jury. I think Zellman, and they're going to try. Why in the world can I not find the defense witness list? It's crazy. Hearing witnesses and exhibits. That's not the defenses. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at. Pardon me. You doubt what, Brock? What do you doubt? I'm going to share this here. This is what I'm trying to go through, and I'm back to March, and there's nothing for a defense hearing record, witness exhibit, motions to suppress witness exhibits. But you'd think the defendant, they would have to have had their. Here's the booking information for Donna Adelson. Let's see what it shows us. Sorry, Brock, I can't. I'm trying to remember what we were talking about that you say I doubt it. Oh, that's correct. Sorry. Thank you, Brock. That they'll get. No, I don't think so either. Tim Jansen said 0.05 chance. I think he said that today. Might have been yesterday. Everything's runs. Well, that's just the Wendy Adelson thing that was today. I think Everett would do everything in his power to see this through. Hey, John Smith. I think he would see this, he'd want to see this through. Smoke and mirrors. Absolutely. Hey, True. How are you, my friend? Oh, I just pushed on a new thing here. Okay, so what do we think of Donna's lawyer faking having cancer? Stephen Webster. Stephen Webster is the bomb. I watched him go off and I was like, oh my God, another reason to love Stephen Webster. True, I've been around, but I haven't been on social media because, like I was saying earlier, my attacker got out of prison and I had to stay away from social media for a while, which was probably in my benefit too, because I was too heated politically and I don't want to be heated politically. But I'm back. I made it back in time for Donna, and I told everybody else I'm because of working, I won't be able to do it during the daytime, but I'm going to do what I did before and do our nightly gathers, so we can stop it, talk about it, discuss. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm so nice to see you here, True. Why says, I'm going to run a bubble bath because Donna can't. Oh, she can't. But you know what? I think she looks better today than she did in her first appearance in Tallahassee. Jackie's something else. She's got a history for sure. True, do you know Jackie? Because I know you're in that area. Have you ever ran into her? Okay, thanks. Why? Because I was like, is it just me or did somebody get her fillers again? Maybe because she has put on that weight where her face has fallen because of the fillers, that it's plumped her face up again. I think she looks better than she did when she had her first appearance in Tallahassee. I was shocked when I saw her the other day. Now, how is she going to dress? Are they bringing her in pearls? I think it would be the biggest mistake ever to bring her in pearls. I think she'll be wearing glasses, of course. She says, I know of her, but don't know her. She wasn't ever a prosecutor or a judge on anything I was involved in. Because she was a judge in Wakulla. Isn't that correct? Wakulla County? I thought it was great. I really wish I should do the Stephen Webster. He just went off and I loved it. I was sitting there clapping. I'm like, you go, Webster, go. He's, oh, I'm trying. I cannot believe there is no pretrial hearing set. But they should have had their witness list in before that. And all I see is like this one here, state's witness list. Oh, okay, yes, but it's all circuit too. Oh, okay, gotcha. LJ says Jackie was forced off the bench as a judge, but allowed to resign due to disability. The disability was judicial misconduct. Absolutely. I don't know how she was allowed to keep her license. I really don't. Wheeled her in on a trolley in a Hannibal Lecter mask. I love it. I love it. Can the cart boy be Rash Bomb? How much? That would be brilliant. Can the cart boy be Rash Bomb? That's all I'm asking. We need a little Rashy also. Oh, somebody please make me an AI picture of Donna Adelson as Hannibal Lecter with Rash Bomb pushing the cart. Oh, oh, it's so good to be silly again. Can you imagine? That would be brilliant. Oh, you could even put a red nose on Rashi. Oh, because he is a circus freak. Oh my God. That's hilarious. I really need to make that as an AI picture. Oh, that would be brilliant. Well, you know what though? I'm actually quite shocked we have 15 people because I was thinking I've been away for so long that everybody's probably gone, and in a way I think he did. I agree with you there. Why? Because he got the money and he left. Because I did ask her that question. I did ask her, "Are you getting your money back?" And she replied to me by no, because he did his job. She didn't blame that on Rashbaum. She did not blame that at all. She blamed it on Charlie. She didn't blame Rashbaum. She believes that Charlie should have said something sooner instead of leaving it to the last minute. Rashi was in way over his head with criminal defense. He's a finance lawyer, absolutely. And I still believe the only reason he took this case is because he had a little shady dealings with the Adelsons, and he didn't want it getting out. And Donna gets the bill yet for all the witnesses that had been flown out for trial. Yeah. Brock says, when does the trial start? So on the 19th, they start jury selection. I know Everett was saying that the May, I think he said the 25th start date, but Charlie's jury selection didn't take that long either. Yeah. Charlie's jury selection didn't take a whole week. I would say the same thing. Why? I would say the opening would be Friday, the 22nd. You're welcome, Brock. Charlie's jury selection was not even that long. See, and I would be, oh my God, They should get Josh Dubin back to pick the jury. He made such a good job for Charlie. Oh, can they just bring all the cast back in? You know, I don't care if they're sitting in the courtroom or whatever, but can Josh Dubin be there? Rashbaum. Yeah. Defense wants to wait and do opening the following week. Are you really true? I've never been skeptical. Even before I heard her say she was going to, like the other day, there's no way she can't. There's no way she can stay off that stand. She's going to have to defend herself because of what Charlie has said. She's going to have to. John Smith says, yeah, but Charlie had John effing Dubin. Remember, the best. Yeah, we brought in the best. Exactly why. She's damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. And I'm telling you from the correspondence with her, there is no way that woman is not taking the stand. There's just no way. She wants a piece of Georgia so bad. She wants to go toe to toe with Georgia. Exactly true. Dubin barely asked questions. He's pervy. Yep. Yeah, he was. He was a sexist. You could see it. But Donna Sue Adelson, wants to do the dance with Georgia. And she thinks she's smarter. She thinks she's clever. She thinks she's better than Georgia. She's got a whole new lesson to learn. Right? Sometimes you don't want what you wish for. Exactly, John. Well, you even heard it in some of the calls, right? Where she said to Charlie, oh, you were so much better than her. You were more clever, blah, 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 than Georgia. She wants Georgia. Shoot, sorry, I had to pause your show. Got an important call now. I'm behind. Oh, you're not really behind, Leah. And it's not much. We're just catching up. We're talking about Donna, if she's really going to testify, things like that. Look how well she did in the Vietnam, right? Oh, that woman is so delusional. Just reading anything from her made me sick to my stomach. It irritated me to no end to hear the lies and the manipulation coming out of her when she didn't even know me. Yep, exactly. She blamed it on Harvey. He's like, well, let's just go here because if something was to happen, you're not stuck in oh my god, it was horrible. Harvey just needs to, like, he's the only one that I do question if he fully knew what was going on. He's the only one. I could be. John, I have corresponded with her. I think I have 12 letters. I think it's 12 letters from her. Well, not paper form, through the jail mail thing. Isom's always Isom and oh my god, I am bad with names right now. The gentleman that did all the mapping of the cell phones and stuff. They just wanted to get back quicker if they wanted to prosecute them, right? If you knew you were absolutely innocent, I've never met an innocent person that's looking at countries that has no extradition. If not for the money drop, I would go along with Harvey's participation. No, and that's what I mean. I don't say he's innocent. I just don't know 100%, and maybe Donna's trial will shed more light on it. I just don't believe he was involved from the beginning. FL Popo just busted a mom and son trying to flee the country in Miami. They were from New Jersey. Son was involved in high-speed racing crash that killed someone. Jesus. Brock says, oh yeah, Harvey definitely knew too. Based on the hidden mic discussion with Charlie in the restaurant, this plot was a whole family thing. Everyone was involved. That's what I mean. I understand. Like, I get, and you're probably absolutely right. But I don't know if he was brought in at the beginning or after the deed was done. Chris Corbett. Paul, you are my savior tonight. Sarah Yusuf and Chris Corbett. Chris Corbett is interesting. I enjoyed Chris Corbett's testimony. Do you think that, Leah? Do you honestly think she was on the phone with Katie? Because she actually said she was on the phone with a friend, which again shows that she's lying. She said that she was on the phone with a friend from England. But she also said prior times that she would use WhatsApp to speak to her friends overseas. But during Charlie's trial, she said she didn't know if she had WhatsApp, but oh wait, yeah, I was talking to my friend from England. I forgot that I'm saying this. So I think that proves that she did have WhatsApp. They kept a lot from Harvey. He was with Donna at the money drop, though. I agree, Paul. And I agree that he knew everything at that moment. I just don't know at what stage, if it was right from the beginning or when it was too late and you had to do something. Oh, true. Donna's trial is my main focus. John says, well, her cell phone records will show if the England call was legit, if it wasn't on WhatsApp. Because remember, she said she spoke to her friend. So if there's no call to anybody at that period of time, and she said she used it to speak to overseas friends, which I do too. I use WhatsApp to speak to my friends in England. But like True said, WhatsApp data is probably not available from back then. So either they say, okay, well, you didn't have a phone, you weren't on the phone at this period of time. She's going to be forced to say she was on WhatsApp. Or it shows she was on the phone with someone else, like Leah said, maybe even Katie. Because remember what Lewis said, that Sigfredo and Katie were on the phone, and Sigfredo said, I know, or Katie said, I know, before he even told her. Oh, you think she really did call a friend, but most likely was using a burner. I still believe Wendy had a burner phone. I agree with the burner phone, but I'm still stuck on the the rumor mill where there was the first attempt and it failed and the Adelsons lost money. Do you remember that, True? I know we've talked about it before. Where's Sigfredo using a burner to yes, that's what I'm talking about. Using a burner to contact Sig, called her friend from her real phone, but contacted Sig with the burner. I absolutely agree with you on that one. I absolutely agree with you on that. There is something. Do you remember when we watched Sigfredo's trial? And after Wendy testified and she was walking out, how he didn't move his head, but his eyes watched every step she took? I think that man's got the deets on Wendy, and I think I pray. Yeah. I pray that if Sigfredo ever speaks, it's against Wendy. How come I don't see on the witness list Sanford? On the on the witness list for the state. I just thought of that. I don't see Sanford on there. Sigfredo's been on every witness list. Oh, I would just love for him to testify. I truly would. Move this over here. I did not see Sanford. Let me remove this and break this one up. Am I blind as a bat? Oh, thank you, True. True says, because there's a motion in Lemony in regards to Jason Newland and Pat Sanford's deposition and testimony. But don't they need Pat Sanford? Yeah, I agree. I agree, True. Pat Sanford will be on another updated one soon, in my opinion. Like, I'm trying to think back to his testimony because he talks about the car, about the cameras, all of that. Yeah, he'd have to testify. But are they saying because Sigfredo and Luis didn't have contact with Donna and they never knew Donna? It's Limine. So I think you had it right the first time. Oh, no, but I knew what you were talking about. And I only spelt it right there, True, because I'm looking at it. So I just let you know. Yes, he's there. He shaved his head. His head is shaved. That is great. Do we know who Kate Butler? FDLE. Who Kate Butler is? I'm gonna Google her name here and see. Probably a crime analyst person. Because I never seen her on uh yeah, crime lab analyst Kate Butler. They can determine whether a rubber stamp is genuine or if a digital signature originated on a different document. Okay, so yeah, that's what she is. Crime analyst. There's a lot of different FBI agents on this witness list than what was on Charlie's. A U.S. fire marshal. What? Look at this. Brock Diet. Pardon me. U.S. Fire Marshal's Office. There's an article from the Pensacola Journal newspaper in 2018 on Kate Butler being an expert. Nice. Why would they want a fire marshal as a witness? And why Sharon Geiger? That's interesting. I'm still shocked to see her name there. And And then we have our bad boy, Ryan Fitzpatrick. John Smith, you're right. What was the name of the first responder that? What is the name of that first responder that said he recognized Wendy's van? That wouldn't be Brock, is it? Sharon is back up for her hubby, elderly. Oh, I know. Poor Mr. Geiger. Do you think that she had contact with Donna while Dan and Wendy were married, maybe? That's a good one. It's a good chance. Oh, that was the police officer. I'm trying to remember that police officer's name because we've heard it and I can't remember. So I know that Ryan has been deposed. Ryan did get a subpoena, but he's not sure. Do they call him? Bill Brannon is the roadblock cop. Thank you, Drew. Do you think do you think that they're going to call Ryan after everything? After everything that just happened with Ryan? Do you think they'll call him up? No, you know what? I don't even think they touched the perjury, Leah. Because any of the Florida lawyers that I've listened to and stuff, they just said it they just don't touch it. I'd like to see Ryan there. I'm sorry. I know he's a troubled boy. I get it. But I like his attitude. I really do. I like that he doesn't care. He's just, no, I agree. I agree, True. Because look how many people they didn't call that was on the list through Charlie's. This is the one I'm excited for right here. Because I'm sure that man has a lot to tell us. He could, you're right, right. Why? Ryan could be a rebuttal if Charlie testifies. But I don't see a transfer for Charlie anywhere. Has anybody seen a transfer for Charlie? Because they would have to have done that by now. Last time we knew, I believe it was almost 2 weeks before the trial was to start of Charlie Adelson being transferred. But he wasn't transferred till, like, was it? True, was it 2 or 3 days before the trial that Charlie ended up in Leon County? Charlie is high profile and protected, and we won't see a transfer until after the fact, when the state has paid the gun girls transport people to go get him. Yeah, but so more so now than before Donna's first trial, then, because we did see it then. I agree, John. Because that was one of the reasons that the whole trial failed, right? Was because of Charlie. And I believe that Georgia had said that he would just be a rebuttal witness. You think they're hiding him because of threats? Conflict. Well, yeah, conflict of interest was part of it. But they said there wouldn't have been much because they were calling him as a witness. I'm trying to remember exact words that were said. And Everett had asked Georgia, and Georgia said he'd be called as a rebuttal witness. Need to be checking other nearby jails to see if he's there. You know what I say? Put him in the same cell with Luis. Put him in with Rivera. Oh, that's right. He's under a different name. He's under the name John Smith. Well, hello there, friend. No, I'm joking. Why not? Aren't we all? Oh, that's hilarious. So, like I said, I haven't been on much and I haven't been hanging out in chats and that. How's the bots this time around? Are the bots gone crazy? Carl Steinbeck figures that Charlie's going to get a new trial because of Rashbaum. But how? I listen to Carl, but there's so much phone evidence after the conviction of Charlie praising Rashbaum. They may even house him in federal Tally prison. Maxwell was swooped out of hers in the dark. Yes. It's all you're offering is the Ferrari. What about the go-kart? What about the boat? Because isn't it Mike that's putting the boat up until he gets out? Paid bots are on Troll, but in other larger channels, yeah. True says, what color is the Ferrari? Did we ever figure out what color the Ferrari was? I think we heard it was yellow and then we heard it was red. So, John, what color's the Ferrari, my friend? Red. Oh, God. Well, I'm okay with the bots, True, being. I'll be everywhere else. I'm okay with that. It's nice to have a conversation and talk about this without the crazy bots running around. Okay, red. See, I picture Charlie in a yellow Ferrari, not a red one. I picture in a yellow. Do you think when Rob Adelson testifies, will be the same day that Wendy testifies? Like, will they cross each other in the hall? I posted to you under one of your community posts a week ago. I've been worried. I called you not too long ago, and you didn't answer. Charlie is a Don Johnson wannabe. Yep, I agree with you there. I just like how you're talking about yourself in second. I'm joking, John. That was just funny. Oh, I'm glad I've ran into you guys all tonight. Tomorrow night at what am I? I'm in a different time zone. I'm in Atlantic time zone. What's true say? When Charlie sees Donna, he's going to be crying like a baby. Wendy will not even look at her. She's cold-hearted snake. Paula Abdul song. I totally went right there. So as soon as I read Cold Hearted Snake True, I went to Paula Abdul before I even saw it there. That's why I want Charlie to testify. I want him to be on that stand and staring at his mama. I want that moment. The only person I feel bad for is Rob Adelson. He's the like of that family. He's the only person that I feel bad having to he's got to sit on that stand and testify against not only his mother, his family. That's got to be heartbreaking. Because I listen, I come from a family that I'm distant from. And you still love your family, right? No, I'm not in Ottawa anymore. I loved Ottawa though. Oh my God, I loved it there. I don't know why I never moved there. I guess I didn't think I would like it. Should have visited my kid more often. I would have known I liked it. So tomorrow night, you'd love North Dakota. Uh, I would love anywhere, and I used to love the United States. I used to, and I still love the people because not everybody, but it's best that well, put it this way, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. There's no way I'm getting over that border. There's just none. It is what it is. Listen, they asked for my phone. I'm screwed. So we'll just leave it at that. Robert is lucky his wife is. I 100% agree why. And I'm almost I would go as far as saying if Rob didn't separate from his family, there probably would have been an issue there too. If, I'm going to say, if this was all Donna's doing, right? If she was the mastermind, it'd be different. But, and John, my friend, no. That's a big hell no to the no to the no. And we'll leave it at that. I believe Harvey was in on it from the beginning. I don't think they could hide anything from Harvey. See, and that's where I differ, Leah, because I don't think he was in on it from the beginning. I think he was complacent and Donna controlled the house, the money, the everything. Especially after he lost everything, Donna took control of everything. I would love to see that, yes, he was, but at this moment, I don't think he knew from the beginning. I think he knew when it was all set up. It was his surprise birthday present, right? I don't think he knew from the beginning. I don't think that he wasn't. I don't know. I would have to see more evidence to prove. Can they not track this calls, the phone numbers of those calls, even on WhatsApp? Maybe they're saving that for when. I don't know if there's any WhatsApp. If Georgia already has WhatsApp, because she did ask the question a few times, so she might have some WhatsApp. And they did say they got a phone dump from Harvey and Donna and the iPad and that from Harvey and Donna. The first hit that failed, right? That's what I mean. I think he knew at his birthday. I agree. I think, yeah, but you also have to remember, Leah, yeah, it's a good possibility. I was thinking about Wendy calling Charlie, but that was to say that the TV guy was leaving. Now, with WhatsApp, they can get some data like time and length of call or text, but not the actual text, right? And I do think that they have some WhatsApp information because Georgia asked it and then left the question hanging. If Fredo does not testify against Wendy until the truth, he was sleeping with her. I don't think he was sleeping with her. I don't think that at all. Unless she's oh God. What was the dancer that he was sleeping with? Katie said her name. Not her real name, but her nickname. The Adelsons are so tight with money, there's no way that Harvey didn't know that 138K was not gone from his safe at the house, and he drove Donna to the money drop off to Charlie. Shrimpy. And unless Wendy is shrimp. Is Wendy shrimp? Oh. The actual gun shooter sitting on that stand, I don't know who's going to be more interesting, Isom or I would bet that Sigfredo Garcia will not testify in this trial. I'd be willing to bet on that. He's been on the witness list every time. I would love to see him, but I don't think Sigfredo Garcia would. I think he's holding out for Wendy. Right? Why? Why can't Wendy be Shrimp? Shrimp's real name is Stephanie something. I know, but isn't it fun to think that Wendy is Shrimp? I think that's great. Hasn't his appeal been exhausted? I think it has. John, I do think that his appeal has been exhausted. But the appeal that he was doing, it was a waste of time and energy anyway. Because you got Katie on the stand saying it was all Sigfredo. I don't feel bad for the guy because he's a murderer. But what I do, he was manipulated by Katie. He was manipulated, in my opinion, by Wendy. I'm sure there's a link somewhere there. Sigfredo has nothing to lose with testifying. I just am not sure if he will. I don't know. See, and I think unless he's got something on Donna that we all don't know about, I think his cards lay with Wendy. I really do. I think that man could probably blow Wendy out of the water. Oh. Or could maybe Donna and Wendy tried to arrange it without Charlie at some point, but they wouldn't have known Sigfredo. That's the thing. How would they have known Sigfredo? Is there any possible way that this trial will be delayed again? Does anybody think it will? I'm not sure if I can take. I don't think it will, Leah. I think from what I've been watching, I think Everett has been making sure there's no way for this trial to go off the rails. Okay, so I am going to bring this up. Where do we all stand with the Tim Jansen announcement of a deal and then all the hoopla that happened after it? Where do we all stand with that? Is it an oops, or do we think Tim Jansen was played? Is Shadrick on the witness list? If so, that will make F giddy. I didn't see Shadrick. No, I didn't see him on the witness list. Unless Hurricane Aaron moves into the Gulf. I think so too, True. I think he got played. I think, and because he trusted this person, he I think that It's unfortunate why you said I won't watch TJ anymore. No, and I've heard a lot of people, like I've seen it in chats where people have said, no, just not doing it. Listen, I don't really have any love lost for Tim Jansen because I really think he's been playing the Wendy side a little too hard. But Sharon Geiger is Mr. Geiger's wife, Danny's neighbor that found him. Hurricane Erin is in LA, isn't she? I agree. Well, here's the one thing that I don't like about TJ. He had lunch with Wendy's lawyer. I'm sorry. That's wrong. Yeah, Hurricane Erin is actually out in the Atlantic somewhere near the Caribbean. I'm watching that one too. I don't. Tim Jansen. Yeah, I'm watching that Hurricane Erin too, that it doesn't swing up my way. Because I've never dealt with hurricanes before. So, I'm not too sure what to do. But I agree. I don't think it was a prosecutor. I think it was a defense. And but time will tell if he still believes that person or not. So here's my plan for the channel, guys. We're going to, again, I'm going to do evening ones, and we'll discuss tomorrow night. Is it up to a hurricane now? Hurricane shut everything down. We will discuss tomorrow night. I'm going to try to find their witness list, see what goes on, maybe have some fun and catch up on. There's a few things of Wendy's testimony I want to look at, and a few things of my God, guys. Wendy's testimony and Charlie's testimony. So we'll go through that tomorrow night. And like I said, I'm going to do nightly reviews of the trial just because there's so many YouTubers out there doing the trial. I was on the phone with you, and I'm in your chat when you were hunkering down for Hurricane Helene. She moved 5 miles east when she was 100 miles off Tampa coast. The main thing that saved Tallahassee. Oh, when you guys were hunkered down. I remember that. I was so worried for you, True. I was so worried for Patty. We were actually watching it. I remember doing a live, and we were following storm trackers to see where it was, to try to keep. Yeah, I remember that was a long night because I was not going to sleep until I knew you guys were okay. And I remember when that hurricane veered, it was like, oh, and you're right, that saved Tallahassee because it was a weird how it moved. Yeah, Aaron is strengthening. From what I saw yesterday, that they said by Monday, I think was it Monday or Tuesday, it should be getting closer. Let me just see if I can find it. I'm just going to look up Hurricane Aaron. Tropical Storm Aaron, which formed in the central Atlantic, is forecast to become the first hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, with potential impacts on the Caribbean and the United States. Let's see. Tropical Storm Aaron formed on August 11, 2025, in the central Atlantic Ocean west of the Cabo Verde island. It has been designated as a tropical storm with maximum sustained winds of 45 right now. I didn't realize they called hurricanes male names. Okay, hold on. We're going to stop. Share this instead. So here we are. Can I move it out? So where are you guys? See, she's what? Did I just lose everything? Okay, there we go. Oh, now they are unisex. So where did you go? Let me just back up here. So here's where it's heading. I wonder if I can make this smaller so we can see it better. Oh, too small. I want to get rid of this so I can see. So here's where it is right now. And there's the so what? Saturday they're saying 165 kilometers an hour. Category 2. Oh, Saturday night she's going to jump to a category 3. Monday category 3 still. Tuesday category 3, and it's still quite off in the coast. So it's still, I bet you she turns this way, guys. I don't even think she's going to make landfall in the United States. I think she's going to turn back out. That would be nice. If she just makes a turn back out. Oh, there's one over here. That's what it looks like to me, True. Because this is Tuesday at 9 p.m. So I would, it's just looks like how it's going, right? It looks like she's going to turn back out to me. Hugo was the worst to come through our area prior to Helena. Helena, yeah. But it's not, let me just see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make landfall. John Smith, my grandmother lived in downtown Charleston on Society Street when Hugo hit, but she was not at home. She was in Columbia, South Carolina at the time. Yeah, I think she's. Let's see. You're in the. I don't see. I don't see one off of. What's this one? Just says. Everything on Society Street was completely demolished except her building where she lived. It was crazy. That's insane. That's like that freak. Remember that freak tornado that happened where I was living? And the houses around me had damage and mine didn't. I was like, how is this even possible? I know, True, you're used to looking at these maps. Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you think it's going to go out? Because look at this here. It looks like it's pushing this way. So unless this combines with this front right here, I don't see it. I think we're all good. Donna's trial is safe. As long as this bugger doesn't turn this way, then Donna's trial's safe. And I'm telling you right now, if that hurricane was to turn and head towards Tallahassee, they need to rename it Wendy. I'm just saying. Oh. We also have to watch any cold fronts coming from the north down to the south while the hurricane is progressing. That makes a huge difference. Yeah. And that's this is what I was watching for this here. So it's only showing me till August 15th. Let me see. Anytime, John, I watch Ryan Hall, that's how this spelled shock and Ryan Hall is so good. I pray for all people caught up in it. Yeah, hey Chris, welcome back. I heard your selection should take 3 days at the most, and that's what I was saying, right? So that would put the 18th, or sorry, 19th, 20, 21, and that would definitely say a Friday start. That would definitely be a Friday start, which then would be a month just done in one day. Or is the defense going to say, oh, we'll wait till Monday to do our opening? Let me see if I can find. So this one's saying that National Hurricane Center, an arm of the National Oceanic, blah, 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 showing a turn to the north this weekend into Tuesday for Tropical Storm Erin Eastern. The storm was forecasted to be a hurricane by Friday, packed maximum sustained winds. It was 890 miles east of the northern Leeward Island and was moving west at 17 miles per hour. While there is still uncertainty in what impacts might occur in portions of the Bahamas, the east coast of the United States, and Bermuda next week, the risk of dangerous surf and rip currents across. They're not suggesting that it's going to make landfall. They're not suggesting landfall. No offense, but I do not watch the storm chasers. I've seen them demolish dirt roads where people need to escape with their big trucks. They also impede emergency rescue interviews. Now, I remember you telling me that, true, but I did when I would find out what was going on with you during the hurricane. Hurricane Donna. Has there ever been a Hurricane Donna? I don't know that answer. Has there ever been a Hurricane Donna? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, I know. I agree. I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yes, Hurricane Donna was a significant hurricane that occurred in 1960. It was the strongest hurricane of the 1960 Atlantic hurricane season, causing severe damage across the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles. Always need to have time with our cats and our dogs. So, yes, there was a Hurricane Donna in 1960. What year was Donna born? Wouldn't that be something if it can cited? Oh my. Oh, I cannot wait for this trial to start. Any powers up there, do not let this trial get derailed. Do not, because I think YouTube will explode. It will explode. We cannot let this one get derailed. Oh, could you imagine? Donna Sue was born. Yeah, it has to be the 50s, but that would have been hilarious. I wouldn't either, Leah. Lots and lots of material. Here's a question. Because as far as I know from what she has said, Harvey will be there throughout the trial. Does he sit there every single day? Or is he just going to be there for when she testifies? Right? Soap operas no longer, Chris, you are exactly right. Soap operas no longer needed. We have characters in real life. Like, that's why I said earlier, can they not just bring the whole cast and crew back and have them there? Yep, I heard that too. I heard that too, true. Actually, I think that's probably when I called you because it was in one of her letters to me about True's gotta find him. Well, well, well. Look who popped in. Hello, my friend. How are you? Right? Taking up 2 rows of seats. Who is she going to have there? That's what I said earlier. Harvey's got to be paying these people. Oh, we've just been chatting. We've just been chatting. We've just been discussing what we think's going to happen for the trial. I didn't have anything planned. I got all my stuff set up and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and say hello. It's been a long time. Tomorrow night we'll have something to discuss, I promise. Yep, paid friends. I that's what I think. They want to make sure there's less bloggers in there, less YouTubers in there than for Charlie. But as a mother, how are you okay? This is what I mean. The woman is delusional. She's batshit crazy. And she doesn't give two iotas about her children at all. She was okay with Charlie not having anybody there to support him. But for her, she wants to fill the courtroom. She's batshit crazy, that woman. Armand says, all kinds of drama, plea deal, fake cancers, blah, blah. I know, it's insanity, but I have to say, and I will keep saying it, Stephen Webster, what a guy. He's amazing. He wasn't really prompted. He was asked how his day was, and he just went off. He's like, I just got to say this. Well, you go, sir. We're standing up in the back here applauding you. We are applauding you. He's a lawyer that doesn't care, just says what he needs to say. But I am going to call it a night, guys. I appreciate you all coming here, listening to me ramble for 2 hours. I've missed you all. I will be back on Atlantic time, 8 o'clock Atlantic time. And I want to review Wendy's testimony. Oh, true. What? The attorney Kathy Ray was very popular, and she was the one who was suffering from cancer and died when Jackie was faking her cancer. What? Absolutely, because they were friends. It's an hour ahead of you. So right now, it's 12:46 a.m. in the morning. It would take a lot for former family and friends to show up in support of Donna at this point. I agree, John. I agree. That's why I said Harvey's going to have to pay these people to show up. Jackie knew Kathy too. Isn't she a fitting lawyer for Donna? Jackie is a fitting lawyer for Donna. Oh, true, you've been going live? How come I'm not getting any notifications for that? True, I'm going to check and see why I'm not getting notifications. I am so proud of you. You were saying, "Oh, I'm too shy." I'm so glad you're doing that, True. I'm going to go over to your page and make sure I can get notifications when you're live. That's awesome. I did a live stream on theory around how they found Wendy. I'd be interested in that one. I knew she would be. We talked on the phone and I'm like, you can do it. You can do it. Who is Sanford? The FBI agent. Yeah, I knew she'd be good at it. What I wanted her to do, John, I wanted her to go in to the ABC liquor store and show that the bourbon and the rye, if they're right beside each other or if they're in two different places. I have a big issue with saying and a lot and sorry with my tech challenge self. That makes you you. Don't worry about it. Oh, I remind you, you still haven't done it yet. Because I'm curious if the Bullet Bourbon is right beside the Bullet Rye. Because she did not buy bourbon, she bought rye. And the invitation said Bullet Bourbon. So it'd be very interesting to see in that liquor store that she went to where they're placed. And I'd also be interested in to see if she was a bourbon drinker or a rye drinker. Because she knew she wasn't going to go to the party. She knew that it was just going to be a alibi. You should, True. I think that would be a great live stream. I think you would take us with you. Yeah, because remember, the invitation said Bullet Bourbon. And the picture in evidence is Bullet Rye. And I'm sorry I don't know about anybody else, but rye and bourbon are two different things. And we all know she knew she wasn't going to that party. They kept that. I wonder if they kept that in evidence or she actually took it. Did they just keep the. Oh, I was the one to tell you they were two different things. Yeah. In my. I'm. Yeah, because one was an orange label and one was a green label. Yeah, two different. And she bought the rye. I wonder if they kept the bourbon or the Bullet rye and just took a picture and the receipt and she went home with it. I think so too. I'm sure she got her liquor back and then drank it the entire night. I think so too. I still wish there was secret recording of her celebration dinner because I would almost bet that Charlie Adelson, because he's a effing idiot, probably sat there at the table describing what happened to Dan Markel. I think that's why she vomited at the table. And here we go. We went off the rails. I was saying goodnight and we ended up on to bourbon. You don't think she was finished packing? I think she was finished packing when Jeff LaClasse was, and she wouldn't let him in. She's we'll meet somewhere else. I think she was packing up when he came over for that movie night, and that's why they couldn't use the other TV because that room was full of boxes. I think she was packing up like a week prior. Her house was packed up before that yoga studio session, in my humble. I agree. I agree, True. I think she was packed, pretty damn well packed up when they had that movie night and the TV was broke. And he went to go and set it up in the other room. And she's like, no, no, no. So I believe that movie night was a week prior to the yoga session. In my opinion, again. Probably true. Didn't the Markel say the house was mostly bare when they came down? Yep, and it's in Ruth's book. She explains that in the book. Which I know I have out somewhere. Oh, it must still be packed. It's a good book. Ruth goes into a lot of details in that book about that period. And we all went silent. All right, guys, I truly do mean it this time. I do have to sign off. I'm so very grateful for all of you that joined me. Thank you. I am so happy to be back. I'm glad we can have these conversations. Some of you that don't remember, this is a community. I don't just sit here and talk. I communicate, bring up stuff from chat. We chat all night long. Ruth, True, you're right. Absolutely amazing book. Ruth's book is great. I listened to it on. Oh, you listened to it on audio? You should see. I have a book, and I'm telling you, it's marked up. I'm like, this book deserves the attention, and I have got notes in it. Oh my God. I should show you my book. It is, I gotta find it though. So again, I thank you all very much. I appreciate you all. And I am so glad to be back with you all. And thank you everyone for joining tonight. Thank you for returning, Rochelle. We differ on a lot of things, but you're good people. God bless you. So are you, True. So are you. It doesn't matter what we think of on different subjects. And that's why I said, what brings us all together, no matter our views or whatever, the Adelsons bring us together. So let's just find that common ground and stick with that. And you are a good person, True, because even before all the other stuff, I knew you before that. And that's what matters to me. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you tomorrow night. And take care of you, please. And let's get Wendy. So have a good night, everyone. See you later, and thank you for joining me. Good night.